male membership tasting. We're live with Mark.
What's up, party people?
The person who had the dream of MoonGoat back in the day, what, like 11 years ago now?
Yeah, something like that.
12 years ago? Yeah. More, probably.
Yeah.
You're saying longer. 10 years ago,
I'm
5
years
older,
ago. So yeah, it might have been 30 years ago.
But we are going to taste through the 4 coffees we're sending in our subscription. Just hit them with hot water. So we've got a couple seconds. So run down what our subscription is all about. We always pick out 4 coffees every month. They're unique each and every month. They're never repeating. So we are stoked this month to offer some really cool stories. Guatemala, a Nicaragua, a Ethiopia, and a Colombian coffee with awesome flavor notes behind all of them. They're all fruity this month, actually. So if you don't like fruity coffees, make sure to send a message to roast@moongoat.com to let them know, hey, can you swap out some less fruity coffees for these ones? Because these are all fruit bombs. But this month only, got a special surprise. If you sign up for subscription today and today only, you get a free tasting journal pre-release. Beautifully foil embossed in Portland, Oregon. They have tasting descriptions, so things that you can kind of enjoy your coffee journey with and help understand why it tastes the way that it does. It does such a good job of guiding you as to sweet, acidic, floral, fruity, all those flavor notes. So that's an awesome way to join in with us, and we'll be selling these in the shop. We haven't decided on the final price. They'll be $11, give or take, 10, 11, 12. But free if you sign up for a subscription today, starting at $19.
Good deal.
I mean, I ran out of coffee at my house this week, and I was like, I need to put myself on the subscription.
I know, right?
I need to buy the subscription. But these are some really cool coffees. The first one we're starting with is La Revuelta. It's from Guatemala, and a really cool story. I met the farm owner actually in California in March 2020. Really great timing. He almost got stuck here because of COVID, and we didn't buy any coffee from him that year, but we kept in touch. We're exchanging things on WhatsApp. He's showing me stuff on his phone. And this is the second year we bought from him and his business partner, Mario Alarcon Melendez. So we're getting Christian's Farm La Revuelta this year. And it is an awesome coffee, all Bourbon lot that's naturally processed. And it might be my favorite coffee on the table, but that will have to wait to be decided for taste. So, but before we jump into the coffees, Mark, is this your first time doing a subscriber tasting?
Yes, this is my first time.
Well, it's not your first time tasting coffee.
No.
Have you tasted any of these coffees yet?
I am partial to Colombia. Yes, I have had the Colombia.
The Colombian's
I love
good.
them all. I love them all.
Yep, and that's why it's in the small bag. But for subscribers, they get the full size. The small bag is what we'll sell it on retail. And people ask, why is it in the small bag? Isn't all your coffee special? Well, this one's in the small bag because it's more expensive than all the rest. So anytime a coffee gets to more than $25 in the ounce bag, then we put it into the 200-gram bag. Same price. We don't actually charge more for the smaller form factor. It's just so that you can try it and not have that big commitment. So we're doing a cupping right now, so I'm breaking the crust, and we've got cups that we can dip into so that we don't need to sit here and make you guys wait for too much longer. Don't you worry. We will we'll move quickly, I promise, through the cupping. But they're all, what's cool is these are all natural processed coffees. So we are stoked to have not always 4 naturals, but today 4 naturals or natural type coffees. So the La Revuelta that we'll start with, I'm going to spoon us up a couple sips. It's going to be nice and hot, and we'll get some tasting notes and some impressions of this coffee. So right off the bat, this coffee is a little fruity, but super balanced. And when some naturals are super acidic, this one is really mellow in acidity. Just fruity. I think we put, let me see what the tasting notes, we put red berry, tropical fruit, milk chocolate.
Yep.
I think that's a perfect thing. You got a little bit of that crazy fruitiness, some really classic
Yeah.
fruitiness, and then it's just
I
chocolate.
feel that in the beginning, and I get that chocolate note on the end of my tongue. It's
Yeah.
really nice.
Super nice coffee. So
Yeah, really.
we're really excited to offer this one as a single origin. We're not going to blend it. We're only going to offer it as a single origin. You'll see it on pour overs and espressos later this month and next month. But for now, you can only get in the subscription. So
Beautiful.
if you want it, you better sign up and get that free journal too, because Mel is standing by to ship orders.
I also met those farmers too from Guatemala, and they could not have been the nicest, most down to earth people on the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, I love those.
We
guys.
hung out with them for
Yeah,
like a whole
yeah,
day in
yeah.
Boston
So
at
cool.
the
So
SCA Expo. Great people, and they're on the cutting edge of what's good
Mhm.
with coffee. So,
100%.
you know, a lot of times people are kind of afraid of naturals because they taste funky or whatever. This is not that. This is super freaking clean. So awesome. There's another natural that's super clean, Finca La Bastilla in Nicaragua. So we had this a couple years ago. We called it Nicaragua Blue. This year, it's a little bit more affordable. It's going in the bigger bag. And we're just calling it Nick Nat because it has a good ring to it. That's what we're calling it around the shop. And what we're talking about with this one is less fruity.
Yep.
Almost like I just said, it kind of tastes like Snapple Black.
Yeah. It's like a tea.
Yep.
So you people in the UK, you're gonna love this.
You're gonna love it. We went to Home Depot to get a Snapple Black tea from their impulse section just to double check, and it does taste like Snapple Black tea.
Yeah.
So we were stoked on this coffee. What's cool about Finca La Bastilla is in 2003, that was the first year they were Rainforest Alliance certified. And people always ask us, is your coffee fair trade? Is it organic? Is it any of those things? And those things can matter, and they do matter in a lot of different produce. For coffee, Rainforest Alliance is the best certification you can have, and they've been Rainforest Alliance certified since 2003, and we bought 3 times as much coffee as we have in years previous from Finca La Bastilla. Great people, great coffee, great environmental stewardship.
And if you're not into super fruity, this is going to be a good one right here. Even though it does have a little bit of fruit forward, it's got that black tea note to it, which I love. And it's just smooth and clean and awesome. So
cup. So clean, more tea-like than fruity.
Yeah, 100%.
But I love it.
Yeah.
Super clean, classic. And the other cool thing about this one is it's going into our winter blend. So you can try it today, but it will be in our sweater weather winter blend that will launch. I think we're going to try and launch that around Black Friday. We'll sneak release on that. But this is a pre-release. The third coffee is a classic Ethiopia natural. And I think the front of the bag just says Ethiopia Classic, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to double check. Oh, we didn't do Ethiopia Classic yet, but I think we're going to call it that because it's just a classic Ethiopia natural.
Very interesting.
Cereal note, fruity, and like these really classic Ethiopian naturals, you get a little bit of like licorice, kind of between red and black licorice, that like, that candy that you would get at your favorite teacher's office, or I went to the barbershop when I was a kid, and if I sat still, I got licorice. This is what that takes me all the way back to there.
I like licorice, so I'm going to like this coffee.
Yep. A little bit red, a little bit black. This one is a coffee we're primarily using for cold brew and for blends, but it's also an amazing single origin. You'll see it on the shelf. Great espresso. Aaron Kwan, one of our key holders at Costa Mesa, was dialing it in yesterday and dialed it in. And I was like, this is a great espresso coffee. So we are stoked on that. Then the last coffee today is the Colombia Rosas. So the Colombia Rosas is going to be an awesome version of what's possible in coffee. So this one, craziest one of the bunch. You get like almost an alcohol flavor right off the bat. It's boozy. So I think people are shocked to hear all coffee is fermented. And all these were fermented for a long time because they're mostly naturals. This was fermented for the longest amount of time. And with that fermentation, you go through some stages and you're actually creating some of like those boozy flavors. No booze remains, I promise. It roasts off in the roasting process. but funky.
Yeah.
And so if you like funky, you're gonna love this
you want
coffee.
something interesting, this is the coffee right here.
Yep. And we did a tasting with a pretty staid client, pretty posh client yesterday, and they were like, this doesn't taste like any coffee I've ever had. So if you want that effect, this is the coffee. It will be in the specialty series going on the shelf in a week or two. But again, if you sign up for the subscription, you got our final test roast of it, where we decided it was not just good, it was good enough.
And just a reminder, on all our blends, we use single origin coffees.
Yep.
Just so you know. It's not like we just throw some coffees together. They're all amazing coffees that go into those blends.
Totally. I mean, we're proud that 100% of our coffee is traceable to the farm level at least, and oftentimes to what tree on that farm. I think we're at more than 70% this year. We know the varieties that are being grown, and we picked the lots like this La Revuelta, working with Christian at Truth Trading to make sure that we get, Guat Lab, he was Truth Trading, but now it's Guat Lab, to actually select a specific lot of coffee. Nicaragua Natural, again, working with Finca La Bastilla and with Amy Broderick of Olam to do the logistics on both these coffees, but direct trade nonetheless. And thankful for those big companies to help move the coffee across the world. This Ethiopia from Diabenza, which I'm super excited about because I'll be visiting that mill in March. So super excited to see the work that they're doing. We bought more Ethiopia coffee than we ever have this year. And so we're going to get some more deep work in this. Colorosas is from, I believe it's from El Paraíso in Colombia, or no, it's Ansermo. This is an Ansermo collective. So this is awesome because the reason that this is great to see what's, possible is that this is from a group of producers, and it tastes like it was the most, crazy, tight selection of coffee, but it's just unbelievable flavors. Which one's your favorite?
I always go with Columbia, but I'm gonna go with the Nick.
Really?
I love the Nick right now. I'm obsessed with it.
I can't believe it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I'm into it.
That I did not expect that. That's left field for me.
I'm telling you the truth.
I would say if I had to only drink a small amount, this is the coffee I would want to. If I had to only drink one cup, that's it. But if I have to drink the whole bag, I'm gonna go with the La Revuelta.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah,
it's so good.
Either one, really, to be honest.
Yeah,
but I just like the Nicaragua right now.
The Nicaragua Natural kind of reminds me of like those Ethiopias we were drinking in like 2015. So
100%. Yeah, it's great. They're all great though. I'll drink all of these.
I will too. But all super balanced, clean versions of naturals here. And then a funky, crazy, wild coffee at the end. But of course, we can tailor the subscription to you. So please leave any notes when you sign up. However, these are our roaster selections. The 4 coffees, we argue about it. You can see the whiteboard behind us. We're usually scratching which one's going to be the number 1, the number 2, the number 3, number 4, and they're all above the value you're paying in the subscription, and we comp the shipping for you. So it's a great deal. You're able to try all these different coffees, cool flavors, kind of no matter what your preparation method. We don't roast specifically very much for filter or for espresso. Of course, we lean one way or the other with coffees, but no matter what you brew with, you'll be able to brew these coffees, right? You're brewing. Yep. Are you brewing these on espresso mostly?
Yep, mostly espresso on my Sylvia at home.
Yeah. And I'm mostly doing batch brews on I've got a Breville home brewer and an OXO one, so that's what I brew at home.
I said linea because we have a lot of lineas for catering.
You brew a lot of you brew a lot of espresso on lineas.
I do.
Yep. And if you want the hat that I'm wearing, the MoonGoat hat, you're just gonna have to wait. Kayla's making them one at a time, hand stitching. But they're super, super cool, unstructured.
I got that Brooklyn Dodgers look.
Yeah, that's what we're going for.
I love it, man.
Going for that real leather tab, brass pole, hand stitched. Man, they're gonna be insane.
Yeah, they're great.
They're gonna be insane. Yeah. So shout out Kayla at Flagship as well.
Kayla
just got promoted to being line cook. Believe it or not, that's a big responsibility. You don't just get that. So.
Yeah, we do a lot of food.
We do.
we have fun with food.
And you have to make it good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. Well, what else we need to add? Anything?
No. Just have great holidays, man.
That's right. You guys. We'll have a couple more drops over the holidays. We'll do more tastings. So don't go
You
anywhere.
might not see me again, though.
You'll see Sammy on the next one.
No.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.
Cool.